Okay. Deep spit, deep spit, deep spit. We are going in. Letting people know we are going in. Attention, folks. We are going in. Let's get activated. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, well, oh, well. We can have it. Started. Get this bitch started. Get this bitch started. Get this bitch started. Get this bitch started. All right. So we need to talk, people. See, something is occurring. Something's in the water of modern fucking life. And see, a lot of people, they don't want to fucking admit this, but the West, I think, is going to be gorgeous. Let me keep back with my song before I get back here. Oh, what the fuck is muted? No, I was saying, does the music? Can you hear my fucking this beautiful music by DJ Young Vamp, which is a Leon killer. Appreciate his fucking music. I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out whatever is irrelevant to the story. So look, I had a realization today, man. Tell you guys a quick story. So I go to the grocery store because I'm a real nigga. I go to the grocery store. I walk the pavement. No, there was no sound before. Oh well, that's probably because the screen, whatever. Irrelevant to the story. So I go to the grocery store. As I'm going to the grocery store, I'm walking out with my groceries, and I see a couple in a car. And there's a guy, there's a woman, and they got their dog, and they're like in a truck. And I'm looking at this, and there's a young girl who is putting the groceries into their car. And I don't know if you guys ever been to the grocery stores nowadays, but the grocery stores nowadays have these things where they drop your groceries off into your car. And I was looking at this shit. I said, hold up. This is a fully functional man with a woman. They don't have any kids. They have a fucking dog. And this man is sitting in the car with his girlfriend while this young girl who had to be 18, 19, 20 is putting these heavy ass groceries into their fucking car. And I wanted to yell at that guy, you lazy fucking bitch ass nigga. Why don't you just go in the grocery store and go shop like a fucking regular human being with some goddamn fucking cannolis? The fuck are we doing out here in today's age? We got motherfuckers putting groceries in your cart. Why not just fucking pay the extra $15, $20, $30 and just fucking use Instacart? Like, what's the point of driving to the fucking grocery store only to have somebody put the groceries in your car and then you drive back home? What the fuck is the point? Like, if you're going to be lazy, go all the way full lazy. Don't be fucking a half-ass measurement lazy fucker. Like, what the? I don't even understand. And so this is what got me thinking about the topic for today, which is Western civilization, our values and culture is actually good for humanity. This is actually going to pay off in the long run for us. It's going to be really good. See, what I realize that the Western civilization has done is what we have done in America specifically, because I don't live in any other country. I know America. We had like this inflated value where we made a lot of fucking money, fucking a lot of people over, doing a lot of fucked up shit to other like civilizations outside of here, from war, from slave labor, just to a lot of shit that America's done to put us in a position of great power and resources and wealth. And we made that even doubly down because then we created this whole thing where we gave a lot of people inflated fucking value. So now we got a lot of people like, especially the like, and this is why I've been kind of going after the tech bro. The tech bro, fine ass orange juice. The tech bro has somehow been able to acquire ridiculous salaries to sit there on a computer and go click clack. And tech bro will tell you, hey man, I bring value to Facebook or Google, whatever the fucking companies, these Twitter companies that are giving these people hundreds of thousands of dollars to sit there and Google how to code shit. But what this has done, excuse me, it has made useless, unvaluable people, like as far as men, extremely wealthy, but they have no real discipline. So basically, like Facebook, Google, all these companies gave these people ridiculous salaries. Those are basically tax write-offs so Facebook can grow its company and not pay a crazy amount of tax. Because since we got all these different employees, we give them food, benefits, all these other things, we can write that shit off and keep the profits for ourselves. And so these tech giants realize, hold up a second, let's just pay all these people a lot of fucking money. We're going to develop AI, and as AI becomes more valuable and becomes a better useful tool, we'll eventually just cut these people out, and it won't make a difference because we don't really need them anyway. We never needed them in the first place. Facebook got created by like a couple guys in a goddamn college dorm. Why do they need 100,000 people working at Facebook? They probably don't. They can probably do the whole job with maybe 1,000. So when they cut and slash all these jobs, that was probably the long-term plan to always begin with. And so what happened is we gave a lot of fucking stupid people a lot of fucking money and resources. And that money and resources got filtered into the fucking economy, made all the prices of things go up, got a lot of people rich off of these dumb people because they just spend ridiculous amount of money because they're fucking stupid because they sit there and click-clack and don't actually do real work. And that's another topic for another day. Well, actually, no, fuck it. We got time. I'm going for a minute for this one. I might do this until I go fucking to sleep. What has happened in the Western civilization, which I think is a good thing, is that we have somehow created this culture of easy, lazy shit and convenience for life. We have done a perfect job of making our civilization extremely weak. If you're a stupid person, if you're a stupid person, if you're a stupid person, you're gonna be fat, lazy, stupid, a consumer, and just utterly useless in the grand scheme of what life is about. Because you can produce shitty ass kids. Your shitty ass kids are gonna make other shitty kids, and then they're gonna fuck up communities, and it's just gonna continue to proliferate throughout fucking society. But this is the benefit of what the Western culture, and this is what I'm saying. It's a paradox. If you are a smart thinking person, you're hardworking, you're logical in America, this is a fucking gold mine. A gold mine of treasure and booty that's all around the fucking place. If you keep your mind straight and you think logically. So the premise of today's live is I'm going to explain to you why the Western civilization, the culture, the values that we fucking promote are actually going to be good in the long term for the smart human beings. We just made a bunch of super predators in America. That's essentially what we have created. Well, not a bunch of them, but we have essentially created a small minority of super predators in America because we have made everybody, well, not made, but the world has engineered so many lazy, fat, stupid people who are just useless that are easy to be taken advantage of and basically prey, that the super predators can now just take all their resources and take everything they got. And this is what's going to make America so fucking great again. Because when everything collapses and when it all goes to shit, the winners are going to be the people who kept their mind straight and stay within the city. So, like, one of the things I've been looking at, let's see, always imagine, yeah, that's true. Put that down, talking to myself. So, one of the things I've realized about just living in America, experiencing this particular place, is that there's some certain values that we have that have been instilled in our culture that are kind of engineered to make people fucking stupid, fat, lazy, and retarded, and just not useful human beings. And those 5 things are the mass media hypnosis that most people are falling under, inflated jobs that have no real value within the physical realm of life, which are the most important things in the physical realm of life are building, farming, and violence. And most Americans, if you ask any Americans what's their experience with violence, they have none. What's their experience with building? They can't build. What's their experience with growing, farming, agriculture, and horticulture? Nothing. They can't do shit. Most people can't even raise dolls correctly. We've also have the simp, player, and woman dynamic, where America has created nothing but fucking simps, players, and women are just fucking confused. And since there's no real men out in the world to actually be, because men naturally are builders, they want to build families, and families make the world stronger, make the world a better place. Since we don't have families, we got nothing but simps and players. And so women are confused by both because all they experience is fucking simps and players. And the last one is there is no accountability within the Western world anymore. The Western world has officially became Disneyland. And so what has happened is, and this is what I'm so excited about the future and why I'm so grateful, is that all these 5 values that are found within the civilization in the Western world are going to result in a bunch of fucking loot when all this shit inevitably breaks down. Because none of this is constructive values. They're all destructive values. And the thing you learn about in the construction game or the development game is destruction is just as valuable as construction. You have to destruct something before you can construct it. So if there's an old building, you have to be able to take that apart. And there's an art to taking things apart and be able to reuse them. Because the materials are still the materials. So the materials in America are still what they are. They're not different from anything else. Like, for example, steel is going to be steel. So if I break a building down, if I melt everything down, get rid of the impurities, I still have steel. The steel's not going anywhere. It can be reused to build a better building at way lower the cost. Because now I don't have to go back and mine, do all the hard shit, all the hard work to be able to find that stuff. All I gotta do is grab the steel that's already there, burn it off, recycle it. Now I got steel again. So what's gonna happen in America is all of these people who behave in this hedonistic lifestyle that fall by the Western culture, who are confused and lost in the world, these people are now going to be resources for people like me who are builders and ready to use the world to do productive and constructive activities. And so these type of people, they're gonna fuck their lives over because most of them are gonna get fat, most of them are gonna get lazy, they're gonna be out of shape, they're not gonna be wealthy, they're gonna lose money, all this other stuff, blah blah blah, and they're gonna look for a savior. They're gonna look for somebody who can rebuild the life that they once had and give them purpose and give them directions. So if you are naturally a builder, if you're naturally somebody who likes to put things together and make the world a better place, when all this shit crashes out, because you're going to already see it happening long before it gets here, and you're going to make proper preparations to be able to do that, which is one of the things I'm doing. This is why I don't participate in the simp and player dynamic that we have in the relationship game. Because I know at another point in time in the future, that shit's going to fade off. It's not going to be a thing that we're all going to be going through or working with. Like if we look, I really want to check out how many women are sexually active. %89% of women are sexually active in America. So that means that other fucking 11% are lying or ugly as fuck. Which means it's going to be very easy to tell the women who are shitty women and the women who are pretty good, decent women. Because sexually active women have a very particular way they go about it. They've been conditioned to behave a certain way that women who are virgin or women who are not very sexually active do not. And so because that we have this dynamic, if you are a man who has demonstrated dick control, if you understand how to be a dude and use women in a way that's best for them, you're instantly going to stand out and more women are going to go to you. But since so many women have been sexually active and blah, 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 you're basically going to have a whole concubine of just fucking chicks there looking to be saved. Because right now, a lot of women, what they have been doing is they've been living double lives. This is one of the first part of the America breakdown, essentially. Most women are living double lives. They either have a beta boyfriend, which they basically control, and they have him do what they want to do. He's basically like a human dog. He goes and he makes money for them. He tries to protect. He's just basically just a human dog. And then they have their deviant fucking sexual, just lustful side where they're fucking like a Chad who gives zero fucks about them, treats them like shit, spits in their mouth, fucks in the booty hole, doesn't nuts in them, doesn't use a condom, doesn't care. And that's the life that most women are living. And that's what most guys are living too. Most guys are either going the simp route or they're going the fucking hedonistic Chad player route. And then you have the men that are in the middle who have decency, who understand how to be constructive and build a fucking family and know how to actually operate a good way. And so when the collapse finally occurs, there will be no time for fucking. Like the simps are going to die off because the simps are going to panic. They're going to look like women, and women are going to flee from the simps because the simps are not going to be able to help them out. And the Chads are not going to be able to know how to actually have a relationship with a woman because all they've been doing is fucking and pumping. Or dumping and fucking. Pumping dumps. So women are going to be like, okay, well, I can fuck you, but you can't do anything else. You don't have any other skills besides just being a player. And at the end of the day, women understand sex is cheap. Like dick to women is like bubble gum, like the 5-cent bubble gum that you get at the fucking corner store for for 5 cents. They don't do anything for them. They're looking for a leader, somebody to make sure that they're safe and take care and have a household that is fine for them. Most guys don't provide that. So if you're one of the few men that's going to be able to provide that stability, leadership, and ability to direct the ship when shit's going crazy, you're going to be in a great position when this crash out finally occurs, because women are going to go seek you. They're going to look for that type of structure, that rock, and that guidance. And one of the things that guys don't tell you about being a player, of all you do is fuck chicks, you turn into a chick. See, there's a thing called sexual transmutation, or when you're exchanging energy. If you're exchanging energy and spirit stuff with all these other random women who are not good for you, it's draining upon the soul. You lose a bit of your manhood and your essence of your manhood by playing that game. And the same thing with the simp. You lose your fucking manhood the longer you do that gay shit. But if you stay true to the game where you're looking out for a woman's best interest as a human being and not just a fucking piece of ass, you retain that masculine frame of mastery of self because you're looking to master your domain. And any woman that enters you into your domain, she's got to follow your lead because you are the master of that domain. She needs to listen to the master. She wants to be able to fucking be safe and comfortable and live a fucking decent life. So that skill set is something that needs to be practiced over time. You're not going to just magically snap it and it's going to come to you. No, you need to be practicing that consistently to be that particular man. And most guys are not doing that. Most guys are fucking like, fuck it, I'm tapping out. I'll just start fucking chicks willy-nilly. Now, there's a difference. The only difference is if you're fucking escorts because you're paying. If you're paying the money, then it's a service. That's the difference between a service and a relationship. Like if you're paying an escort, it's like, hey, look, this is like getting a massage. You could split the difference in your mind. But if you're fucking a chick under the guise of like using game, bro, that's a relationship. It's a very shitty relationship because all you do is fuck. That's it. You fuck and then she goes about her way. So there's no leadership guidance. There's no real essence behind the fucking substance behind what you're doing. So because of that, a lot of guys are going to crash out because the pussy's not going to be able to, being a good cocksmith is not going to be able to help you. Not going to get you anywhere. You're not built for relationships. And you're not built for relationships, women are not going to be around you. And women not going to be around you, that's going to be a clear signal that you're not a guy that needs to be fucking dealt with. You need to be fucking off on your own. So that's one of the first parts. Second part is the reason that this whole Western culture thing is good for us, the mass media hypnosis. So mass media hypnosis is, there's a lot of people who are very stuck on the internet, on TV, their phones, blah, blah, blah. And they have been hypnotized by these fucking devices to the point where they can no longer think for self. They need the device to be able to tell them what to do. They've been hypnotized into believing that the phone has all the answers. Like a lot of times people will tell me like, well, you need to go Google that. I don't need to Google shit. There's a thing called logic. Logic trumps science every fucking time. Let me repeat that. Logic trumps science every fucking time. I don't need your fucking statistics. I don't need your goddamn reports. I don't need your studies. I can use this thing called my fucking brain and common sense, and it's going to solve 99.9999% of all problems that I need to see. Like, for example, when we talk about the vaccine, I didn't need to read no fucking papers on the vaccine to know this is not a smart idea to take this thing. You know why? Because they're telling me I need to be immune to the vaccine is supposed to, whatever, keep me from dying from COVID. I was exposed to the COVID. I was sick for like a day or two. I recovered. Thus, I understand that now I have built immunity to the COVID. So why would I go and take a vaccine to something I've already been immune to through my own natural body? And I need this to be able to work. How about dating people? I was fucking a chick that got the fucking vaccine. It made no difference to me. I didn't catch anything. It doesn't make a difference. You don't like, once again, it's like I'm saying, logic. Most people are not using logic. I use my brain. I'm supposed to wear a mask. This mask is supposed to stop me. So if the mask is so strong and so fucking powerful, why are people still getting COVID with the mask on? It makes no sense. Why can I not go out my house? Why can I not eat? Why isn't that? So when I started realizing, oh, most people can't think past 1 + 1. They only go to 1. They go 1. What's the next thing I need to get? Oh, 1? Okay, 1. They can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't count steps in the future. Most people are not future people. Most people are living in the past. I don't know if most of you guys have recognized this, but the reason I love the mass media hypnosis is because it gives me a clear indicator of who's a fucking retard. I don't have to worry about shit. I don't need to take no IQ test. All I gotta do is look at my phone. Okay, what is the latest trend? Okay, what is the government telling people to do? Okay, they're telling people to do this. And if I go outside and I see you wearing a mask, I can assume, okay, this is a stupid person. So I don't have to worry about them. I can rob these people when the time comes. And so what I started to identify is the mass media hypnosis is a great thing if you are a smart, intelligent being, because you could be able to read how stupid people are. So if I see people with colored hair, if I see people with fucking fancy Jordan shoes, if I see people doing what I see on a camera phone, I can then identify this person is not an intelligent person. This person is a follower, which means this person will serve no benefit to me in the future besides taking resources and extracting resources from them when the time comes when the great crash out occurs. This is very powerful for you because what a lot of people don't understand is the Western culture is built on a whole bunch of lies. But if you can reverse engineer those lies and understand what you're looking at, it's very easy to get ahead of life because then you can see the lies coming and you just know, okay, I just don't do what this thing tells me to do. So if I don't do what this thing tells me to do, I will be okay because most people are stupid. So as long as I don't follow the crowd, I'm going to be okay. And once you understand that basic premise, that if I just don't follow, if I don't follow the logic of people, if I don't follow the lies of most of civilization, you're going to be okay. Think for yourself. And this is like the common thing they always try to tell people. If you learn how to think for yourself, you'll never have to worry about shit in life. But the grand majority of people do not think for themselves. The grand majority of people are simply looking for a leader, looking for somebody to follow. And that's it. That's all as far as they thought about. They just look for the strongest person, they go and they follow. So as of right now, everybody believes the strongest person is the government. So if I see people tell me, I'm a Biden supporter, if I'm a Trump supporter or whatever the fuck, whoever your fucking current government person is, I know that's a stupid person. I need to watch out for them because they're going to fuck up any of my plans. So as long as I keep that stupid person out of my plans and out of my business dealings, I'm A-okay. The next thing is, which is also going to be great for you guys when the great crash out finally occurs, the laziness and convenience of life. See, most people are extremely lazy and they're looking for all the conveniences and refuse to do anything extra steps in order to get what they want out of life. They're looking for shortcuts out of shortcuts out of shortcuts out of shortcuts. And one thing that you learn about life is the more shortcuts you take, the longer the route. There's no such thing as shortcuts. Shortcuts don't exist. Shortcuts are just long, painful lessons on the back end. Like when you lie and cheat and all that other bullshit, you pay for it on the back end because people eventually find out you tarnish your reputation, then you can no longer do business within that particular area. Now you got to go out and move to a brand new area and restart your life again. Who wants to do all that? That's one of the common things is you don't shit where you stay. But the reason it's going to be heavily in your favor in the future is because since so many people take shortcuts and so many people you look for convenience and look for the easy way out, when things get really, 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 really hard, they're going to give up. They're not going to even try. Like most people are not going to leave the house. And I saw this with COVID. People were so scared of going out in life and doing things and just exploring and navigating that they chose to do Instacart. I made a lot of fucking money on Instacart. Do you think besides mass media, non-mainstream people can follow the wrong people like Brute? How do you prevent that and get fooled by the wrong party? That's a very simple question, my friend. The easiest way to go about that is time-tested performance. How do those people perform over time? Don't just jump all the way in with people initially. What you need to do is you test these people. You let these people, these fucking dogs, you let people show themselves. You let people do what they're going to do, watch what they present. And if after a year, and always remember, time is on your side as a man. There's no urgency in time when you're a man, especially when you're a young man. You got plenty of time to sit back and watch and observe. That guy who stacks. Hey, how are you doing today, sir? So, yes, Brute is absolutely a scam. It's at this point, it's quite clear he's a scam. Because once again, I asked you guys this 1,000 times. What is Brute the Sports' skill set? If a man can't tell you his skill set, that's a scam artist. If a man has no proven work behind his life, he's a scam artist. I mean, you can look at me, man. I ain't scamming shit, bro. You can go through my fucking whole database. I got work upon work upon work upon work upon fucking goddamn work. Cybermaze Fitness, ApexSapien.com, DrTVMouse.com. I put the pictures, I put my work out there for people to watch and to see that I'm not a bullshit artist. I'm not bullshitting motherfuckers. Yeah. It's funny, man. I just found this video from a thread that the says. So that's what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, now they're coming out when it's cool. See, that's why I fucking hate these bitch ass niggas. And that's what you realize about a lot of guys. A lot of guys are Mr. Jump on the bandwagon and talk shit after it's already been verified. But they're scared to come out when nobody else is going to join their side. I was getting made fun of. If we go back 4 or 5 months ago, I've been calling the shit. Called this shit fucking down there 6 months ago, 7 months ago. And now everybody's coming out, oh, fuck Brute. Brute got caught doing this. Nigga, well, you're dumb for not even understanding this in the first place. You know why I know these things? Because I test people. I'm a teacher. And one of the things you learn about life is you got to test things. Well, not a teacher. I'm a scientist. Yeah, we saw Bruce Scam 3. That's hilarious. To be honest with you, that's one of the funniest things that I'm actually impressed. I'm actually impressed that Brute was able to get $3 million off of people. That's really a feat. And that really speaks to the power of being white. Like, say what you want to say. A nigga would never got away with fucking scamming $3 million off of people. They would never trust a nigga. Like, if I was on here asking people, nobody would ever give a nigga $3 million. That's just never going to happen. He made $3 million off of people off Twitter. Off Twitter, man. Are we fucking serious? Beyond comedy. And once again, this is what I was telling you guys. And Brute's a perfect example of people are stupid. They're looking for a leader. They're looking for somebody to tell them what to do. And they're even so dumb enough that they'll give their resources. Diet. Yeah, you ain't lying. Told you. And that's the thing with the crypto. This goes on to the thing with the laziness and the convenience of life. So many people are living such easy, convenience lives that they think the gravy train is going to last forever. And that's why I'm making fun of the tech bros, because the tech bros are about to be the next fucking class of people that are about to fall off. A lot of motherfuckers in tech made a lot of easy money they should not have never made. It makes no sense that you as a 24, 25-year-old guy who clickety clacks on the fucking computer is making $160,000 for some software company. And the software company is not even profitable. I don't even know if the software company is making money. All these tech startups from these angel investors, that they're high-level brutes, basically. Like, I'm starting to believe now, most of these tech startups, they're just high-level brutes. They find rich people that got disposable income, and they're looking for a way to make their money flip easily without taking a whole bunch of risk. And they figure, fuck it. Let me just give it to this startup. And they're going to make a fucking a dog step counter for fucking dog moms. So dog moms can put their fucking little Fitbit on the goddamn dog and they count the steps and they know how happy Pluto is. What the fuck? Like, that's the type of stupid shit that we're making as these tech startups. But anyway, it's like the conveniences. People are so convenient. They're looking for all the conveniences and all the easiness ways out of life. And by doing that all the fucking time, they lose their natural instincts. Because when life is hard, when there's consequences for what you do, you don't fucking just dilly-dally. You fucking are more observant. You sit down, you think things out, and you plan, and you fucking are careful about the steps by which you go through things. That's one of the things I learned with constructions, because you don't get do-overs in constructions. If I stick a hole through your fucking wall, that's a fucking 2-inch hole wall. If it's 2 inches across, guess what? If I fucked up, that hole's there. Now I gotta replace it. I gotta fix it. I gotta go get some fucking drywall, patch the shit, put it down, sand it, paint over it, and now your wall is fixed. I don't want to go through all that. So you know what I do to avoid that? I properly plan, measure, replan, remeasure, replan, remeasure, then I cut. Most people in life are just cutting. Oh shit, man, I fucked up like 4 times. Fuck. And that's what most guys are doing through life. That's what most human beings are doing through life. And that's why you see so many guys with fucking baby mamas. They're in shitty ass marriages that don't make any sense. They have mortgages that don't make any sense. They got cars that don't make any sense. A lot of these fucking guys have just done a bunch of stupid shit that makes no fucking sense. And now they're stuck in situations they don't want to be in. Like Brute. Like, I'm pretty sure Brute didn't think any of this shit down. I don't think he thought any of this was going to cost him down the road. Brute probably just fucking went, oh shit, I'm on Twitter. I got a big following. I'm a white guy. People think I'm this great guy. Let me start asking people for fucking money for my fucking gambling addiction. And that's all he probably did. That's probably as far as he thought it out. He didn't think about the consequences of fucking stealing $3 million from people, from investors. And now he's probably hiding out. Motherfuckers are probably going to send somebody to Brute. If Brute comes up dead, I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Don't be fucking surprised. But this is going to be a benefit for you guys if you're a smart, logical thinker, because when people don't think, they make a lot of fucking mistakes. And you can capitalize upon those mistakes, especially when the world gets really harsh. Like in war, people who make mistakes get killed. It's that simple. In a fight, if you make a mistake, you get hit. So when things get rough, if you start fucking up, there's going to be real fucking consequences in the future for that. So a lot of these people are going to start facing real consequences. They're not prepared for it. And they're either going to delete themselves, or they're going to give up and just give their money away to people. Brute already grew rich in the thing. That's the thing. It's like, what's the point? His mom kicked him out. Yeah, kicked him out of the mansion. He went to go live. Bro, I know that area. I lived in SoCal. Living homeless in Malibu or Beverly Hills is basically like going camping. It's not real. It's not real homelessness. He's not out there in the real homeless area. And he probably had some friends he went to go kick with his life. Like, he was not out there by himself. It's fucking horse shit. And then how does he still have all his money? Once again, what is the skill set? What is the fucking skill set? What does the man do for a living? That's what I need to ask you. Every time you meet a man, ask him, what do you do for a living? If he starts giving you, well, you know, I hustle. Okay, nigga, full of shit. Get him out of here. Well, you know, I go clickety clack. No, get the fuck out of here. If a man can't tell you something that's LinkedIn verified or something that you can actually recognize, he's full of shit. Yeah. I had a call with him, and he seemed like a very legit, cool dude. It was interesting speaking with him. He gave me a lot of praise. He said he liked my content. And I was like, yeah, man, we should meet up. But then he did something that was some fuck shit. He says, oh, I was living in Vegas at the time. He said, oh, I'll be in Vegas maybe like in 2 or 3 weeks. He's like, we'll go. I was like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, we'll get drinks. Drinks are imminent, sir. I was like, all right, cool. And I never heard back from him. And I actually think he called me from a fake number, to be honest with you. I think it was one of these fake Google numbers because I never got a call back. When I called back, this number is no longer activated, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I think this bitch ass nigga called me from a fake phone number. So after that, I became skeptical. And then I got more skeptical when I saw him meet up with Double M. And I don't know if you guys remember Monty McKell. He's the guy who made the art hose where he make like naked chicks for JPEGs and they would give him crypto money for it. Yeah. So that nigga, when I saw them two taking pictures, I said, hold on. Martin McKell is definitely a fuck nigga. No doubt about that nigga's a fuck nigga. And why is Brute meeting up with this guy? Yeah. So that's when I started going, I'm curious. I think this is some bullshit scamming. Because nigga, as a real nigga who's actually real in the field, certain guys, I'm just not meeting up with you. Meeting up with you about what? Especially if we're meeting up off of Twitter. Like, you better present me with something that's worth the fuck. Like, either we gotta have some revenue we're gonna make together, or we're like-minded. There needs to be some real capital or something that we need to gain wisdom-wise for us to be meeting up. So I'm like, why the fuck are they meeting up? Jaden, hello, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the fucking live stream. We are just rocking and rolling. We're talking shit about the Brute situation and how it relates to the Western culture in America falling. Please be free to ask any questions. I appreciate all questions and your guys' input. It makes the show a little bit more fun to be a little bit more interactive. But yeah, when I saw that shit, I said, okay. Yeah, Brute's on some fuck shit because I know Modern McKell's on some fuck shit because I talked to that nigga in the DMs and that nigga, he's a retard. Like, he's a full ass retard. And so once you start to see these things, I'm like, okay, I understand now what's going on. We're not dealing with fucking logical human beings. That makes sense. But anyway, this brings on to my next fucking point, which is accountability in America is a relic of the past. Accountability is long been gone in this country. Nobody wants to take accountability. Everybody wants to take credit, but nobody wants to take accountability. Nobody wants the responsibility to being the boss. But everybody likes to act as if they're the boss. And see, that's a big problem because in life is war. Life is nothing but a giant war where you have to fight every day. You got to strategize, think, use your resources properly to try to accomplish your objective, then go to the next objective. It's just a giant war until you die. And once you start to acknowledge that ideology, and you start to realize that reality, it actually becomes a very fun war because then you get to choose your battles. See, it's not like the army where you don't get to choose your battles. You get to choose your battles. You get to choose what you want to fight, when you want to fight it, and how you're going to fight it. And you have the advantage because you decide when the war starts. See, life doesn't know when you're going to attack. See, that's the thing. You got to be proactive. When you're proactive in life, the battles are much easier because you're setting yourself up for victory. If you set yourself up for victory, it's almost impossible to lose because life doesn't add that much resistance. It just gives you challenges you have to over-hurdle. But the resistance is not like a person fighting against you. It's like you're fighting yourself, essentially. You got to fight yourself to go out, face the world, and do what you got to do. Is there anyone legit on Money Twitter at all? Is someone selling a course or some group? It's BS. Like, yeah, for the most part, it is bullshit because they don't tell you the real. They don't tell you the real. They give you just enough information to give you hope to think that you know what you're gonna do, but they don't tell you like Colty Bro already came from a rich family, that his family was able to afford for him to go skiing. They set him up with the money to be able to go do all that shit. They don't give you the full scope of the story. So they tell you, yeah, you just go out there, you start a brand, you do this, blah, blah, blah. They make it seem way easier than what it actually is. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll give you the real. Building from your, yep. And here's the thing. Some of that information is good information, but you got to understand, most people are not teachers. They're teaching you from their level that they're already at. That's not going to help you. Yeah, I used to look up to some of these guys too. I used to respect them too. Then I realized they're all fuck niggas because they block me. And so the only time you block somebody is if they're just constantly trying to put porn on your site or something like that. They're just constantly being like a nuisance for no fucking reason. Then you block them. But they're asking valid questions, which I normally do. Like I ask valid questions or I might make fun of you. If I'm speaking truth, if you block me because of truth, I know you're a weak ass individual because that means you're living in a delusion. People who don't accept the truth, like if you tell me, oh, you're black. I'm like, well, yeah, I think I am black. Oh, you got a Jiraiya headband. Are you an anime nerd? Yeah, I guess so. I like Jiraiya. He's a cool character. And I like the headband. It looks fucking dope. Like, you're not going to fucking phase me by telling me the truth. But when you tell the truth, there's some people who like to live in a fake fantasy land. And that's what you start to realize about the internet. A lot of people live in a fake fantasy land on the internet. They LARP as these characters that they're not really. Yep. See, a lot of these Twitter guru guys, they got away. Joe Safari, thank you. I'm looking at my Twitter as I go through. My Twitter is very funny. I enjoy Twitter to the utmost degree. But one of the things you kind of realize is that as you kind of progress through this life, I'll go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you can read some funny things. As you go through this life and you start to see things, you start to examine, you begin to realize The vast majority of the world is just lying. Like, I want you guys to look at everybody with skepticism. Just look at everybody with skepticism, because most people, they don't tell the truth. You're only going to find about maybe 5% of people that you ever meet that are actually be very truthful and tell you the reality of what really is going on about life. Most people want to keep a cover. They're bluffing. They have a poker hand, if you think about it. Like, this is why poker is very instrumental and chess is very good for helping you be able to read things and read people and read life. Most people are really bullshitting. And see, that bullshit, it can carry on in a world where everything is soft, everything's easy, where everything is fucking just given to you. You don't have to worry about too many things. It's very easy to fake the funk. It's very difficult to fake shit when you got to go do some real shit. And that's one of the things I learned about construction, and I learned about just fighting. You can't fake fighting. You can't fake construction. Either it gets done or either you're winning the fight. Like, every hit that you got hit with, if your face is all fucked up, you can't tell, oh man, I was winning the fight, but shit, the revs, blah, blah, blah. No, nigga, if your face is all fucked up and the other guy is clean, you were losing. You were losing the fight. If you have a construction guy, he tells you, I need you to build a house, and he comes back 8 months later and you haven't done shit, you can't be like, well, I was building a house, maybe I had to tear it all down, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, there's no house there. I paid for a fucking house. Where's my fucking house at? I told you to build a fucking house. Here's the specification. Here's the blueprints. Why is it not fucking done? And when you live life according to that, it's very easy to get rid of the bullshit. It's very easy to fucking tell who's lying, who's capping, who's fucking telling you all the fuck shit. And so what I'm going to realize in the great crash out is a lot of people have been faking it, and they're not going to be able to fake it no more, because life is going to get rough. Life is going to get real rough for those who are not prepared. Now, when the people tell you, oh man, the economy, inflation, all this other shit, bro, I'm not feeling it. I'm making more money than I ever made in my fucking life. Fuck the inflation. Fuck the whatever it's called, the recession. I don't believe in recessions. What I believe recessions are is that it's kind of like a fever for the country, or it's like a fever for the economic country. So we have times where things expand and your money goes a long way, and then we have time when things constrict, when your money doesn't go as far. So you have to do one or two things. Either you have to cut back your expenses, work harder, or work smarter. There's only your three options. And so you can only cut so much. So what I prefer to do is, I'm just going to work harder and work smarter. It just makes more sense to me. Why would I cut back on things I enjoy doing with just such a short life? Like, I don't spend a crazy amount of money, but I'm not going to cut myself. I'm not going to not eat meat because fucking meat is expensive. I'm going to figure out how do I make more money so I can eat meat? And that's the type of mindset you have to have. What do I have to do to get what I want out of fucking life? Not what can I cut back on so I can live like a peasant. No, you're not a peasant. You live like a king. And this is what I'm talking about, kingship and generalship. If you're in an objective in a war and somebody has 5,000 soldiers and you have 3,000 soldiers, guess what? You have to fight smarter. You don't just fucking say, well, shit, maybe we just shouldn't fight at all, because then you lose the objective. Now you suffer worse consequences. How about this? How about I play this guy smarter? How about I get more clever? How about I become more deceptive? How do I become more efficient? That's how you should start looking at life. And most people don't look at life in that way. Most people are living in a fucking fantasy realm. They're living on the internet. They're crashing out. But you're not going to crash out if you do real shit every day. The more that you do real shit every day, the more that you're going to have success in this life. And that's all it is, guys. That's it. Don't be worried. Don't get stressed out. Don't let the world beat you up. Just understand, I have to be better. And you should already be that way as it is. So when you can be good and straight in the tough times, you're going to be fucking running and gliding past people in the good times. And that's what I want you guys to understand. That's essentially my message is, what the Western culture has done is it has made everybody really, really, really weak, but it has made the people who are smart and logical way more stronger. You're going to be a way better hunter because you know how to eat during a fucking dry season. You were training for the fucking hard season when the drought. I mean, you were training for the drought when the times were good. So you not only have a surplus of fucking food and all the other shit in your reserves from when the time was good, you have also been prepared and trained for when the times are going to be bad. And that's what life is about, man. Just making sure you're prepared for the bad shit when it fucking plays out. And if you can do that, life is going to be golden. Appreciate you guys listening. If you have any questions, I'm going to try to wrap this thing up. Shoot those questions away. If not, I'm going to shut this down about 2 minutes. If you want to talk to me personally, please check out my webpage, apexsapien.com. I'll put it in the chat bar. Yeah, check. What about your friends? Do you try to change their worldview as you go? You just focus on yourself, bro. I've given up on my friends. I just given up on them. Like, just give up on them. Either they get it or they don't. No matter how hard they try. I mean, no matter how hard you try to give them resources. I give homies free resources. Yeah, here's this cybersecurity shit. It's free. All you gotta do is do it at your own pace. They'll pay for you to get certified, and they'll help you with job placement. You know what I mean? I get that's about 6 or 7 guys. You know how many guys actually follow through on it? 0. Fucking 0. I tell guys that, hey, man, you should probably leave that chick. That chick's probably not really with you. I would cut your losses before it gets worse, because if you marry her or whatever and she decides to fuck you, then nigga, you're donezo. Well, bro, you don't understand. She's different. She's not like the rest of the girls, man. She's a different type of girl. I'm like, all right, man, fuck it, whatever, bro. Like, just do what you want to do. At this point now, I actually urge guys to crash out. I just say, hey, bro, crash out there, man. Fucking go have fun. Just go do it, man. Go be the best guy you can go be. Go be the best fucking dummy you can fucking be. I appreciate you for even being dumb and accepting your dumbness and not even trying to fucking help you. And that's where I'm at in life now, because you realize the guys that are worth saving, they're going to come ask you and they're going to reach out for you, like how you guys are doing. You're watching my videos. You're trying to get educated. You're trying to get better yourself. You're trying to raise your conscious level so you can ascend as a man. Most guys, they don't want to do that. Most people, if you want me to be honest with you, most people have given up at 16. But the time doesn't catch up to them until about 25, 27. And then it's just a downhill slide the rest of the way. Then they hit fucking 30-something. They get divorced. The woman takes everything. They learn a hard-ass lesson by crashing out and hitting reality. And then they want to act like the red pill rage, and then they want to be fucking smart guy on the internet who knows everything after they got fucked. And you look at them like, bro, I told you this fucking a decade ago. Well, everybody learns at their own pace. Okay, stupid guy. Good for you. I'm happy that you had to fucking be a retard to fucking learn a lesson that somebody could taught you fucking in less than 5 minutes. Hey, but welcome to humanity, man. That's just how humanity rolls. Appreciate you guys listening. Yeah, hit me in the DMs. Reach out on my webpage. Book a time. Book a consultation. I love talking to the young people. It gives me more than I actually get from you guys. I mean, I get more out of talking to you than you guys get from talking to me, as crazy as it's going to sound, because it helps me what's the word? It helps me reformulate and dig deeper to explain my ideology and my thought processes and why I think, because I had to break it down to you guys steps by steps. Like, I have an innate understanding of these things already because I've lived through experience. But when I'm talking to a young guy who has never experienced these things, I got to really dig deep in the recesses of my mind to break these things down to. And it gives me like a trip down memory lane, because I want to save you guys some of my pain for just a little bit of change. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, best of luck to you guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, keep listening, subscribe, share, all that fun shit.